Good morning, Year 11s. My name is Miss Hill and I manage the Wellbeing team at Wymondham College. I'm bringing you this video today to talk to all of you a little bit about our return to college and how some of us might be feeling around that. And in particular, feelings of anxiety might be really present for a lot of us at the moment. So I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about anxiety in terms of it being a very, very normal response. And also to let you all know that it is a collective response. So often anxiety makes us feel quite isolated from others, can often make us feel like we are the only ones experiencing that. But I really want to reassure you, we will all be experiencing a level of anxiety about returning after so long being at home. So anxiety is a word that we use for fears that are linked to our thoughts. It can affect our sleep, our appetite, our focus and our concentration. What we are afraid of, so what causes anxiety for us, varies from person to person. So we'll all know people who might be afraid of spiders or flying or heights. They're all kind of common fears that provoke a response of anxiety for us. So knowing what the kind of source of the anxiety is can often be the first step in challenging those anxieties. So anxiety comes from our very own evolution. And what we might find is we feel anxiety when we're not actually in any physical danger. So our kind of early ancestors, early humans, needed a very fast and powerful response to threats, so things that would put them in real physical danger. Obviously, we don't face the same threats today, but we are still programmed to have very similar responses to things that make us feel afraid or feel that they're threatening us. If you want to find out a little bit more about anxiety, there is a playlist on the Wymondham College website, so it's the Wellbeing playlist, and it will give you more advice and guidance around challenging anxiety and things we can do. So yeah, I can't stress strongly enough how normal anxiety is, and for all of us. But I want to kind of emphasize some of the kind of positive aspects and maybe some of the things that you might not have thought about in terms of coming back. So I'm going to give you 5 kind of reasons that I'm hoping are going to help you to feel reassured. So the first one is, we are returning to what we know. Our college life is our routine. It offers us a structure, and that is for all of us, for staff and for students. Being back in the college environment means we are around our friends, we have the support of our teachers again, and the predictability of our school day will be reassuring for a lot of us. The second thing that I want to point out, and I've already touched on that, is we will all have our own anxieties about returning, and they may be very different, so they'll vary from person to person. So I'm really asking all of you to support your friends as well as yourself, especially if you know what anxiety feels like. It's often very easy to dismiss someone else's anxiety because we might not feel the same, but we might feel anxious about something else. So really connect with that, what that feeling feels like, and try to support people around you if you're noticing that they're experiencing anxiety. The third thing that I want to speak to you about is intrinsic motivation. So what happens to all of us when we are in situations that are difficult? And I just want you to reflect on some examples of this. So for instance, the Christchurch earthquakes in New Zealand. During that time and during that period and those events, many young people missed huge amounts of schooling. However, their results did not suffer. Often young people know what they need to do, and we trust that you know what you need to do to get those results. There are lots and lots of other examples of this as well. So kind of young people in World War I, World War II. Trust your teachers and trust yourself on returning. Number 4, remember, it is back to school, but it's not back to learning. You've been doing that throughout this lockdown, so the learning hasn't stopped. Your teachers have still been there, your friends would have still been there, and you may have been in touch in different ways. Coming back to school is something that is known. It's a known thing for us. We've all done it before. you may have found that you've learned lots of new things in very unexpected ways. So hold on to that as well. And last but not least, I want to really say to you, you know, we don't know what we don't know. None of us have been in this situation before. So as a community, we're all coming back from the same place of not knowing. No one quite knows yet how the pandemic will impact all of us, and especially children and young people. But throughout this experience, many of us will have built our characters. So we may have learnt things that really support our resilience. We may have had to be more creative than we've ever been before, and have learned lots of things through those creative pursuits. And also we've all had to be quite self-sufficient and adaptable. These are all very key life skills and will stand us in good stead. So trust yourselves with those. So please remember the 5 things that I've spoken to you about. We are returning to what we know. We will all have our own anxieties. We are programmed to support each other and to manage in situations like this. It's back to school, but it's not back to learning. We've all been doing that, and we don't know what we don't know yet. All right, I wish you all the best of luck, and I really look forward to seeing you all on our return. Remember that there are supports in place throughout the college from wellbeing, from safeguarding, and from all of your staff. I'm going to leave you with one top tip, and I really want you to try very hard, try your best to do this please over this coming week, and that is to regulate your sleep pattern. I'm sure a lot of you will have been staying up much later than you would normally on a college night. So start trying to regulate that now before you come back into college, and that will really, really help to allay some of those anxieties. We all want to be in the best place we can be when we come back. Best wishes everyone, see you soon.